What's the Secret to the Modern-Day Kybalion? By James R. Sterling. Unveiling the Hidden Wisdom. For over a century, the Kybalion has fascinated truth seekers, mystics, and spiritual explorers. But beyond its mysterious origins and cryptic language lies something deeper. Timeless wisdom that, when truly understood, can transform how you experience reality. This isn't just a book about abstract philosophy. It's a practical guide to understanding the fundamental principles that govern your mind, energy, and the world around you. In this audiobook, we'll dive beneath the surface of the Kybalion's teachings, making complex ideas simple and applicable to everyday life. You'll discover how these ancient Hermetic principles, like mentalism, correspondence, and vibration, are not just intellectual concepts, but tools you can use to shift your perspective, improve your relationships, and create lasting change. Whether you've read the Kybalion before or are just hearing about it for the first time, this journey is designed to help you see beyond the words and into the deeper truths they hold. Because sometimes the most powerful lessons aren't just in what's said, but in what's meant. So, are you ready to uncover the hidden wisdom that's been waiting for you all along? Chapter 1. The Three Initiates. Who were they? The Kybalion, a cornerstone of modern Hermetic philosophy, was published in 1908 under the mysterious authorship of The Three Initiates. For over a century, readers have speculated about who they were and why they chose to remain anonymous. This secrecy wasn't just a marketing ploy. It was deeply rooted in the Hermetic tradition, which values inner discovery over external recognition. The early 1900s was a time when esoteric knowledge was resurging in the West. Spiritual movements like Theosophy and New Thought were gaining popularity, and many believed that certain truths should only be revealed to those truly ready to understand them. The Three Initiates echoed this belief, choosing to focus attention on the teachings rather than themselves. Most researchers now agree that William Walker Atkinson, a prolific writer and student of occult sciences, was the primary author. Atkinson wrote extensively on subjects like mental science, yoga, and esotericism. Yet the identities of the other two initiates, if they existed beyond symbolic representation, remain unknown. Some suggest they may represent the triple aspects of consciousness, mind, body, and spirit, or simply serve as a metaphor for collective wisdom. This aura of mystery isn't accidental. It invites readers to shift focus from who to what. The true purpose of the Kybalion isn't to dwell on its creators, but to explore the universal principles it reveals. In the Hermetic tradition, knowledge isn't something you're handed. It's something you uncover through direct experience. The anonymity challenges you to concentrate on the teachings themselves, urging introspection rather than hero worship. In the end, the identity of the three initiates matters less than the wisdom they conveyed. Their decision to remain hidden serves as a reminder. The real journey is not about seeking external authority. It's about awakening the truths that lie within. Chapter 2. Principle of Mentalism. Mind as the foundation of reality. Imagine your mind as the canvas on which your entire reality is painted. The principle of mentalism, rooted in the ancient Hermetic teachings, states that the all is mind. In simple terms, everything you experience, every emotion, every event, every outcome, begins in the mind. But this principle goes far beyond the idea of positive thinking. It suggests that the universe itself is a mental construct, and our thoughts are the tools that shape it. This concept has deep connections to both modern psychology and quantum physics. Psychologists have long recognized the power of thought patterns in shaping behavior and perception. If you believe you'll fail, you're more likely to sabotage your efforts. If you believe in your success, you're more inclined to take actions that align with that belief. Quantum physics, too, hints at the influence of observation and consciousness on reality, famously demonstrated through the observer effect, where simply observing a particle can change its behavior. So how do you consciously apply this principle to your life? It starts with awareness. Notice your default thought patterns. Are they serving you, or are they reinforcing experiences you'd rather not have? If you constantly think about what could go wrong, you're unknowingly directing your energy toward creating that outcome. But when you intentionally focus on what you desire, with clarity, belief, and emotional involvement, you begin to influence the reality you experience. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that your mind has creative power. By shifting your focus, visualizing desired outcomes, and aligning your thoughts with positive intentions, you actively participate in the construction of your reality. The real question is, if your thoughts are painting your life's canvas, what picture are you creating? Chapter 3, Principle of Correspondence, Understanding, As Above, So Below. The phrase "as above, so below" is more than just a mystical saying. It's a principle that reveals how the universe mirrors itself on every level. This concept suggests that the patterns we see in the cosmos are reflected within ourselves and vice versa. The vastness of the stars, the cycles of nature, and even the structure of an atom all echo similar patterns. The principle of correspondence teaches us that nothing exists in isolation. Everything is interconnected. On a personal level, this principle invites you to recognize that your inner world shapes your outer reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions aren't just private experiences. They influence how you perceive and navigate life. If you constantly hold on to negative thoughts, you're likely to see more negativity reflected back at you. On the other hand, cultivating gratitude, compassion, and clarity tends to attract situations that mirror those qualities. In spiritual practice, the principle of correspondence encourages us to look for patterns and signs in the world around us. If you're feeling disconnected, notice how nature functions harmoniously despite chaos. Seasons change, tides flow, and life renews itself, all reminders that cycles exist within us too. Feeling stuck? Just like the sun rises after night, you're capable of moving through your darkness toward growth. In daily life, this principle can be seen in simple ways. Think about how your mood affects your environment. A smile often elicits smiles in return, while anger can quickly escalate tensions. On a broader scale, consider how societal patterns reflect collective beliefs and behaviors. Change begins within individuals, but ripples outward into communities. The principle of correspondence reminds you that you're not separate from the universe. You are an integral part of its fabric. By aligning your inner state with what you wish to experience externally, you begin to navigate life with greater intention and awareness. Chapter 4, Principle of Vibration, Decoding Energy and Frequency. Everything in the universe is in constant motion, even if it appears still. This is the essence of the principle of vibration, which states nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This ancient teaching from the Kybalion has found remarkable alignment with modern science, where physics confirms that all matter is composed of vibrating particles. Even your thoughts, emotions, and words carry a distinct vibrational frequency that influences your personal energy field and the world around you. Ancient cultures understood the importance of vibration long before modern science caught up. Tibetan monks used singing bowls to shift energy, while ancient Egyptians incorporated sound for healing and temple construction. Today, this wisdom has re-emerged through practices like sound healing, frequency therapy, and binaural beats, methods designed to recalibrate your body's energy and promote physical and emotional balance. Raising your vibration doesn't require elaborate rituals. Simple daily actions can significantly uplift your energy. Practicing gratitude, spending time in nature, and choosing nourishing foods are immediate ways to shift your frequency. Even listening to uplifting music or engaging in heartfelt conversations can elevate your mood and energy field. On the flip side, negative self-talk, toxic environments, and unhealthy habits can lower your vibration, making it harder to attract positive experiences. Consider how you feel in different environments, like a vibrant forest versus a crowded, noisy room. Both have their own vibrations, and your body instinctively responds to them. By becoming more aware of the vibrations you surround yourself with and those you emit, you can take deliberate steps to align with frequencies that support growth, peace, and joy. Your energy speaks louder than words. By consciously tuning into higher vibrations, you not only improve your personal well-being, but also positively influence those around you. The principle of vibration reminds us that by choosing higher frequency thoughts, feelings, and actions, you align with the flow of the universe, inviting more harmony and abundance into your life. Chapter 5, Principle of Polarity, Beyond duality. Life is full of contrasts, light and dark, joy and sorrow, success and failure. At first glance, these opposites seem like separate forces pulling us in different directions. But the principle of polarity reveals a deeper truth. Everything is dual, and these opposites are simply two extremes of the same thing. Think of hot and cold. They might seem like opposites, but both exist on the temperature spectrum. The difference between them is just a matter of degrees. Why does this matter? Because understanding polarity gives you the power to shift your experience. Feeling overwhelmed by negativity? Recognizing that positivity exists on the same spectrum means you have the ability to move toward it, sometimes with just a small change in perspective. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about acknowledging where you are and choosing to shift, even slightly, toward a more empowering state. Embracing polarity can bring emotional balance. When you realize that frustration, anger, or fear are just points on the same emotional scale as peace, joy, and confidence, you stop feeling trapped by your emotions. For example, if you're stuck in frustration, focus on something that brings even a hint of gratitude or relief. That subtle shift can elevate your emotional state and change how you approach a situation. This principle also encourages us to see the value in challenges. Hardships often contain hidden lessons. Failure is just success in its early stages. Darkness helps you appreciate the light. Instead of resisting life's contrasts, you can use them as stepping stones for growth and clarity. When you embrace polarity, you begin to see that extremes aren't enemies. They're partners in your journey toward balance and understanding. By learning to navigate this duality, you gain greater emotional resilience and the ability to transform negativity into powerful positive energy. Chapter 6, Principle of Rhythm. Surfing the waves of life. Life is a constant ebb and flow. Nothing stays the same forever. Just like the ocean's tides or the changing seasons, our emotions, circumstances, and opportunities follow a natural rhythm. The principle of rhythm teaches us that every high has a low, and every low will eventually rise again. Instead of resisting these cycles, what if you learned to ride them? Think about those times when everything seems to fall into place. Opportunities flow, your mood is elevated, and life feels effortless. Then without warning, you might experience setbacks or emotional dips. This isn't random, it's rhythm in action. When you understand this principle, you stop being blindsided by the lows and stop clinging desperately to the highs. The key is anticipation and balance. If you're in a high phase, use that momentum to prepare for future challenges. Save money, strengthen relationships, and build resilience. When you're in a low phase, remind yourself it's temporary. Instead of fighting it, focus on rest, reflection, and slow progress. Just like a surfer waits for the perfect wave, you can learn when to act and when to be still. Maintaining emotional stability during tough times starts with awareness. When you notice yourself getting overwhelmed, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, is this a passing wave or am I making it bigger by resisting? By accepting the natural rhythms of life, you gain peace and patience. The principle of rhythm reminds us that change is inevitable, but suffering through it is optional. When you learn to surf the waves rather than fight them, you find your balance, even amidst chaos. Life's ups and downs are guaranteed, but how you ride them is entirely up to you. Chapter 7, Principle of Cause and Effect. Becoming a conscious creator. Everything you experience is connected to a cause. Every thought, action, and decision sets something into motion. The Hermetic Principle of Cause and Effect teaches us that nothing happens by chance. What you put out into the world, whether through energy, words, or actions, inevitably returns to you in some form. This isn't just a mystical idea. It's a practical reminder that your choices shape your reality. Think about the recurring patterns in your life. Do certain situations or challenges seem to repeat themselves? It's easy to blame outside circumstances, but this principle encourages you to look inward. What choices, habits, or beliefs might be causing these patterns? For instance, if you consistently experience financial difficulties, it could be tied to underlying money beliefs or recurring spending habits that go unnoticed. The empowering part is that understanding this principle puts you in the driver's seat. You are not a victim of random events. You are a creator of your experience. By becoming more aware of the causes you're putting into motion, you can begin to shape more desirable effects. Start by observing your automatic reactions. If you find yourself responding with frustration or negativity, pause. Ask yourself, what result do I truly want and what choice will lead me there? This principle isn't about blaming yourself for past mistakes, but about embracing responsibility for what comes next. Your future is shaped by the choices you make today. By aligning your thoughts, actions, and emotions with the outcomes you desire, you consciously create a life that reflects your highest intentions. The bottom line, every cause has an effect. The more mindful you are of the causes you set in motion, the more power you have to shape the effects you experience. What choices will you make today to create the future you truly want? Chapter 8, Principle of Gender. Balancing Inner Energies. The principle of gender isn't just about physical differences. It's about understanding the balance between two fundamental energies, the masculine and the feminine. These forces exist within all of us, regardless of gender, influencing how we think, create, and interact with the world. The masculine energy embodies logic, action, and structure. It's what drives decision-making, goal-setting, and taking initiative. On the other hand, the feminine energy represents intuition, creativity, and receptivity. It's the force that encourages reflection, compassion, and emotional awareness. Both energies are vital, and true harmony comes when they work together. Think of it like this. Masculine energy is the blueprint. Feminine energy is the creative spark that fills it with life. If you rely solely on masculine energy, you might find yourself pushing too hard, neglecting self-care, or missing intuitive insights. Lean too much into the feminine, and you may find yourself dreaming without taking action. Balance allows for both inspired ideas and the drive to bring them into reality. Practical ways to balance these energies include tuning into your intuition when making decisions, while still applying logical thinking to assess outcomes. If you tend to be overly logical, try incorporating creative activities like journaling, painting, or spending time in nature. If you lean toward being overly reflective without taking action, set small, achievable goals to activate that masculine energy. Relationships also benefit from this principle. In communication, balancing assertiveness, masculine, with empathy, feminine, creates more meaningful connections. In creative projects, using structure to guide spontaneous ideas leads to more productive outcomes. When you consciously work with both energies, you become more adaptable, creative, and effective in all areas of life. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about letting them complement and enhance each other. The harmony of these forces is what brings out your fullest potential. Chapter 9, Applying the Kybalion in Modern Life. Ancient wisdom isn't meant to be left in dusty books. It's meant to be lived. The principles of the Kybalion are timeless. But how do you actually apply them in today's fast-paced modern world? The truth is, these Hermetic teachings aren't just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools for creating balance, clarity, and empowerment in everyday life. Take the principle of mentalism, for example. Understanding that the all is mind means you have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts. In practice, this could be as simple as starting your morning with a positive affirmation or taking a few minutes each day to visualize how you want your day to unfold. By consciously directing your thoughts, you shift your energy and consequently your experiences. The principle of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without, reminds you that your inner world reflects your outer reality. When life feels chaotic, it's often a sign to look inward. Establishing a daily mindfulness practice like journaling or breathwork helps you realign with inner peace, which then manifests in your external environment. When it comes to the principle of rhythm, you can learn to ride life's ups and downs with more grace. Instead of resisting low points, you can adopt rituals that ground you, like spending time in nature, practicing gratitude, or simply allowing yourself to rest when life slows down. People who've embraced these principles often find themselves handling stress more effectively, making clearer decisions, and cultivating deeper relationships. Whether it's pausing before reacting in a heated conversation, thanks to understanding polarity and rhythm, or trusting the natural flow of opportunities through cause and effect, these ancient teachings hold real-world power. Ultimately, the Kybalion isn't about mastering some esoteric knowledge. It's about transforming how you think, feel, and act. When you integrate these principles into your daily life, you begin to navigate the world with a sense of calm and clarity that others can't help but notice. The choice is yours. Will you simply know these truths, or will you live them? Conclusion: embodying Hermetic wisdom. The Hermetic principles outlined in the Kybalion aren't just intellectual ideas. They are practical tools for living a more conscious, intentional life. True wisdom comes not from reading or understanding alone, but from applying these principles daily. Each choice, thought, and action becomes more aligned when you remember that you are both the creator and experiencer of your reality. You don't need to grasp every detail all at once. Small shifts in awareness can have profound effects. Whether it's noticing your thoughts through the principle of mentalism, finding balance with polarity, or trusting the flow through rhythm, these universal laws are always in motion. The real power lies in working with them, not against them. Wisdom is not just knowing the principles, it's living them. The question is, how will you apply them to your life starting today? Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. If you found value in today's content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more empowering audiobooks and insights. Make sure to check the description below for more information, links to our other content, and ways to stay connected with us. Your journey within starts here. Let's grow together. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and stay inspired.